Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I'm Erica Fossey and I'm a strategic partner manager on the artist development team. I'll be your host today. We're so excited to have you here with us today to learn more about live streaming on YouTube. So as you saw previously, go ahead and grab your coffee, tea, or snacks because this will be about a 90-minute prezo with 30 minutes Q&A at the end. You can submit your questions for Q&A by scanning this QR code or going to slido.com just slido.com with the code YTM, and we'll get to your questions at the end of this prezo. And then for today, these are the topics we're going to cover. Mahalit is going to cover insights and trends for live streaming. Kelly and myself are going to go over content promotion and best practices. Liz is going to cover monetization, community guidelines, and copyright specific to live streaming. And then Brandon and Eric Chung will be taking us through the YouTube production elements for live streaming for both the YouTube UI and our new invite-only app for Rodeo. And with that, I'll hand it over to Mahalit.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Erica. Hi, everyone. My name is Mahalat Siem, and I'm our Global Music Strategist Lead. I'm really excited to be sharing all of this information with you guys today. It's super hot off the press, so you guys are some of the first to see some of our learnings and some of the insights and trends that we've noticed over the past year, really, with really the influx of live streams globally. So we'll jump right in. So in addition to offering the biggest stage in the world with more than 1 billion music fans, live streaming on YouTube is really unique for these three reasons. First, it offers a high quality experience across mobile, desktop, and living room, and our infrastructure enables high fidelity sounds and visuals. Secondly, live streams are available on demand after the live stream ends and can earn more and more views over time. Because we know there's interest for live streams on demand, we even have a highlights feature that helps artists create reels of the best moments from a live stream. Lastly, as I mentioned before, YouTube allows artists to monetize live streams with Super Chat, or as I'm about to mention a little bit more in a moment. We allow artists to monetize live streams with Super Chat, Super Stickers, merch, and ads. Again, more on this a little bit later. Since we brought live streaming to YouTube, we've seen over 1 million live streams worldwide. Here are some of the artists and events making news, and many of these happened in the last year or so. You guys may have seen or even participated in some of the biggest live streams over the past year, ranging from Blackpink, Prince, Bocelli, Real, and The Wiz Live, among many, many others. So let's jump right into our insights and trends. The role of live streaming has really evolved and grown over the last year, due in part to the coronavirus pandemic. Here are some numbers at a glance. So first, we saw over 1 million live streams in just 2020, which is a 5x increase since before the pandemic began. Around 16,000 of those and more, and growing really, of these were live redirect events, which means that artists went live right before the premiere. It's important to note that around 75% of the views on a live stream video happen after the video is live. So that's a good idea to keep in mind and, to consider keeping up your video after the live stream. And lastly, live streaming is good for all genres, but pop performances and videos tend to perform the best. Again, this is all directional and looking at a subset of live streams that we looked at over the past year, but it's some good facts to keep in mind when you're planning your own live streams for your artists or for yourself going forward. So we studied a volume of these music live streams to learn more about what makes a good live stream and how going live can impact an artist's reach on YouTube. First, interestingly, going live can actually boost an artist's audio streams both on and off of YouTube. So we found that when artists went live on YouTube, there was oftentimes a growth in channel views, so for their whole artist channel, as well as a boost in views for that same track off platform, on other platforms, as well as on YouTube Music. Even relatively less successful live streams gave the artist a boost, and the impact only increased with the success of the live stream. For what it's worth, success here is defined as the percentage of an artist's subscribers watching the live stream at a given time. Next, we found that music live streams earned the most views on the weekend, and that most live streams take place after 5 p.m. local time. So again, that's local time. So wherever you are in the world, most of the live streams will take place after 5 p.m. there. For music releases, we recommend a day and date release, which would most likely be on Friday morning. As far as the length of the live streams, 1 to 2 hour streams tend to earn the most live stream views. We actually see diminishing returns with longer live streams. So it's a good idea to keep your live streams to just a couple of hours to maximize viewership. In fact, the majority of views happen within the first couple of hours, and on average, viewers watch about 25 minutes of a live stream. You actually don't need to stream as often as possible. And this is a question that I've gotten quite a bit and I know is kind of top of everyone's minds, but you don't have to stream as often as possible. You should, however, stream multiple times around a release to see compounded results like what you see here on the screen. But you want to make sure to promote your streams and let the audience know why you're going live. Again, with that, promotion is super important, and actually letting your audiences know what you're going to be doing during the live stream is key to getting people to tune in. After you've done your live stream, you can choose to keep it up as a public video, and we highly recommend doing this. So VOD accounts for oftentimes 66% of views in the first week and 75% in the first month. Again, this is all directional, but it's some of what we've seen to really prove to the value of video on demand and keeping videos and live streams up on your channel post going live. Promoting your live event is also critical to driving traffic because live events don't have as much time to gain traction with all of these traffic sources versus non-live uploaded content. Search is also the second biggest traffic source for live streams, accounting for almost a third of the views, 2 times the percentage of other types of music videos. This is oftentimes because a lot of off-platform promotion is done for live streams. People know that it's coming up and are eager to participate real time. And lastly, if you're going to premiere a new video, consider going live right beforehand with live redirect to earn more views and engagement. The top live redirect and live redirect premieres have performed better than previous comparable premieres. And in fact, live redirect generated 88% more views and 33% more chat messages than their corresponding premieres. Likes for both live redirects and live redirect premieres are often 50% higher than likes from an artist's previously top performing premiere as well. And we also see positive impact on chat messages for live redirect as well. So that's obviously a ton of information and hopefully some that you guys are able to record. But overall, really what we see for our top performing live stream categories are what you see here on the screen. So for music channels, live streams perform the best when they fall into one of these categories. Releases with premieres and live redirect, fan-oriented events and performances, like what you see here in the center, where you can really lean in and get that fan connection. And then finally, cultural moments in support of important causes, raising awareness, or raising money. So the 3 examples you see here from Cardi B, Rail, and Post Malone, each really tapped into one of these categories and were able to really engage with their fans, raise money for donations, or promote a music release by leading into live streams on YouTube. To summarize the preceding 8 slides and all the information that we gave there, I'll quickly state that YouTube live streams positively impact audio and video streams. And I would say this is one of the biggest things that you want to take away is knowing that, especially when you're looking at a release week or any sort of release efforts, those live streams can help to boost your on-platform and off-platform streams in that first week. Views and watch time per viewer are highest on the weekends. So if you're thinking about when to best live stream, the weekends are a good bet. And you want to try to limit that to between 1 to 2 hours. Absolutely want to make sure that you promote your live events beforehand because that's really critical to driving traffic, be it via search or via direct links. Keeping live streams as video on demand significantly increases views, and live redirect premieres generate more views, chat messages, and likes than comparable premieres by themselves. Then finally, the top performing live stream categories include music releases, fan events and performances, and supporting causes. Thanks, and I'll pass it on to Erica and Kelly.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Mahalit. That was great. Hello, everyone. I'm back. I'm going to be handling this next section, and my teammate Kelly on the Artist Relations team will be assisting a little later on. We're going to talk about content promotion, best practices, and new features as it relates to live streaming. So let's dive on in. What to do before a live stream. And just a reminder, all of these checklist items will be shown on one screen in a couple of slides. You can just take a quick screenshot at the end of this. So before a live stream, you want to make sure you enable live streaming for your channel through YouTube Studio and well before the event, as this can take 24 hours. And you'll want to promote the event ahead of time. It's ideal to have the watch page of the live stream event live at least 24 hours before the event so you can promote the stream and fans can find it and set reminders. Before making the live stream public too, you'll want to make sure the thumbnail, title, and description of the stream are all up to date and relating to the release and advertising it in a fun way. Once the live stream is ready to promote, make sure to feature it on the homepage of your channel, in the trailer spot or hero spot, or in a playlist right on the homepage of the channel. Create community posts to get fans excited about the stream. As you see here, Jada Kingdom and Young MA did over on the left to promote some of their streams earlier this year. Of course, you'll want to share the URL of the streams on socials, especially swipe up on IG right before the event, reminding fans to set their reminders. And you'll want to ask any artists that may have collabed in the stream or featured in the stream to advertise the stream on their site as well, on socials and on their channels. Cool. So during the stream, you'll definitely want to make sure you're filming in landscape mode, like Saba's doing over here on the left, especially if you're streaming on mobile. If the audience is less than expected, the artist team can promote the link again on socials during the stream. You'll want to pin an important call to action for fans at the top of the chat and interact with fans in the chat if possible. And definitely an artist team can do this on the artist's behalf if the artist can't do this, or have friends kind of jump in the chat and interact with people. That's definitely super important. And then you'll want to definitely monitor the chat to detect any spammers or problems, and you can flag all of those spammy comments using the little ... button within the comment. Okay, and then after the stream should be available as video on demand or VOD when it ends. You can take the stream down or leave it up, but we definitely recommend leaving it up, as Mahalat mentioned earlier on. You'll want to update the descriptions, tags, or any relevant info in the video post-stream. You can continue sharing the video on socials and community and thank fans for joining. Definitely add end screens on that VOD and a subscribe branding watermark to promote other videos and encourage fans to subscribe and have great calls to action to grow your audience. And you'll want to make sure the live stream is in a playlist on the channel again, like I mentioned. And then last, you can check out your analytics to see your performance and audience retention rate. This info can be super helpful to make your future streams even better. Cool. So here's that one slide with all of those takeaways. We'll just pause here for a moment if you want to take a screenshot. Hint, hint. Awesome. And then I'll pass it over to Kelly.
Hi, everyone. Thanks, Erica. That was awesome. It's nice to meet everyone virtually. I'm Kelly, and I'm a strategic partner manager on the artist relations team. I'm going to kick it off with premieres. So premieres, I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. They help to create buzz around the launch of your next video. And I know a lot of you are already using it, but it's a highly recommended best practice. So I just wanted to remind you one more time. It's an easy way to turn the launch of a video into a social event and help to boost engagement for an official music video. And videos that use premieres usually reach a much greater audience than those who launch without the feature. Next, I will walk you through Live Redirect, which is formerly known as Red Carpet internally, which I'm sure a lot of you have been hearing about. I know Mahalat touched on it briefly. It's another feature that I'm sure tons of you have heard about or used, and it helps to keep fans engaged right before a premiere. We've seen tons of artists go live with this feature before their video launch, and once the live stream ends, it rolls right into the premiere and takes all the fans that were in the live stream to the video. This experience most definitely helps to maximize video views, and later in the presentation, we'll be walking you through how to actually set this up. And next up, I just wanted to inform you that we're constantly coming up with new products to make these release experiences for artists and their fans extra special. We recently launched new ways to connect, to count down, and to build anticipation for your live events, starting with a multi-person live stream, which is also known as Rodeo. This could involve artists going live with 2 bandmates, 2 different artists from 2 different locations, or going live with a featured artist or guest, like as you can see here, J-Lo and Maluma were rocking out. Later on in the presentation, Eric will be showing you a product demo and app download on this new feature. And another feature that helps to enhance the entire experience is custom countdowns, which allows artists to upload their own countdown video ahead of the premiere. And this could range from anywhere from 1 minute to 5 minutes. And lastly, trailers, as you can see here, help to create an even more compelling experience, and it encourages viewers to set their reminders. And this clip could be anywhere from 15 seconds to 3 minutes. And I'll take you deeper into this product on the next slide. So trailers help to build anticipation and encourage fans to set their reminders and tune into the premiere. You're able to set up a pre-recorded video or a clip from the video itself to play on the premiere watch page before the big event. And what's really cool is that they could play audio. They only play once and don't loop on the upcoming premiere watch page. And next up, I will walk you through Rodeo. This opens up new live and pre-recorded co-hosting possibilities. One more reminder that Eric from the Rodeo team is going to give you like a full-on product deep dive and instructions to use it and the app download. So you're able to use Rodeo to go live with collaborators or fans or by yourself. You're also able to brand and monetize these streams, and you could schedule the live stream in Rodeo and then select for a live redirect. So you could pair it with a video. Other features work with Rodeo too, like video on demand, premieres, posts, and scheduling. And right now it's a mobile only experience for hosts, but fans are able to join from mobile or desktop. And just another reminder that YouTube Studio is available to help you measure the success of your releases. It's your go-to dashboard for managing your channel and measuring how your videos are performing and much more. The new YouTube Studio gives a complete overview of your channel, including analytical data, video management, monetization, and copyright management. And lastly, YouTube Studio lets you uncover essential information for live streams through analytics, where you can learn more about who's watching, how much money you're generating, and more. So you could fine-tune your live and release strategy. You're now able to see when your viewers are on YouTube the most by day and time. Also, your monetization performance from live streaming through ads or deals, and detailed streaming statistics like retention, live views, watch time, and new subscribers. And that's all I have for you today on content promotion and new features. And as I mentioned, there's going to be some hot product demos later on in the presentation. Next up, we have monetization with Elizabeth. Thanks everyone for joining.
Thanks, Kelly. Hi, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Raffoli, and I'm a partner operations manager for music labels. So let's cover monetization during live streams. Live streams are a great way to earn additional revenue through YouTube. There are options to add endorsements, paid product placements, and brand integrations into your live content. Just be aware that you are responsible for understanding and complying with any legal obligations, and this includes notifying YouTube by checking the video contains paid promotion box and complying with Google's ads policies. Just like regular videos on YouTube, your live streams may be eligible for monetization via ads if you have it all enabled. And the same ad formats are available on live stream. So this includes pre-rolls, which are shown before the live, mid-rolls, which rely on some technical implementation and play in the middle of the live, and display and overlay ads, which are shown next to or over the live content. It is really important you check out all of our ad policies and formats when planning your live stream. And we've linked this Help Center article here that covers all of this. So you'll have access to this later. If there are advertisers interested in serving ads on your content, you can work with your partner manager to ensure everything is properly enabled before starting your stream. Ads can be enabled in YouTube Studio under the Monetize section, And before the stream starts, you'll select monetize with ads and be able to specify different ad types and settings here. Or during the live stream, you can also enable this by selecting play ad. So in addition to paid promotions and ads, you can also earn in a few ways that are unique to live streaming specifically on YouTube. You can give fans the opportunity to stand out and super chat with super stickers. You can support a cause together by enabling donations on your live stream. And you can also sell merch in a few areas on the watch page by enabling the merch shelf. And I'm going to be covering more about each of these in detail in the following slides. So supers offer fans and artists a way to interact during live streams and premieres that really help them feel like it's a connected experience. And viewers purchase chat messages that are large and bolded. They stand out and they showcase their support for the artist. And super stickers let fans purchase fun animated images that they can share with the artist. Donations are an awesome way for artists to garner support for specific causes and organizations during a live stream. We've seen this used a ton during the COVID-19 pandemic. And artists can fundraise for eligible US registered 501c3 nonprofits by creating or joining a fundraiser in YouTube Studio and adding the fundraiser directly to their live. And lastly, we have merch. So you can enable a merch shelf or pin merch at the top of your live stream chat. And this feature also works on channel pages, end screens, and cards. I do want to note that you'll need to set up merch with a third-party provider that is compatible with YouTube, like Merch Bar, for example, before setting up this feature directly on your page. And you can find all of our compatible merch providers in our Help Center as well. Okay, we're going to move on to community guidelines and copyright. So understanding our community guidelines is really important before live streaming. We really ask that you familiarize yourself with our community guidelines and policies. Live can be a delicate feature because it is live. So we want to make sure everyone on our platform is complying with all of these and only using content that is pre-approved or cleared. We take this really seriously, and as you can see, some of our guidelines include no nudity or sexual content, no harassment, compliance with copyright, and keeping child safety a top priority. It is very important that you obtain copyright approvals for live streams, and this has always been the case for VOD, and it is the same for live videos. Once you have copyright permission squared away, you can use YouTube's tools to manage ownership of your live streams. So Content ID works by scanning your content in other people's videos and vice versa. And here is a quick synopsis of how Content ID works. First, users upload or stream their content onto YouTube, and then Content ID scans all of YouTube for matches to your live stream. When it finds a match, the other person's live stream or video may be blocked. Here is a really common question that we see: how do I prevent other users from copying my stream? So Content ID will be your best ally against copycat live streams. And you can ask your label to help if they have Content ID access. You'll want to coordinate with your label well in advance of your stream to automatically enable Content ID to take down any copies of your live. You can also submit a takedown form to remove copycat streams, but this is a more hands-on manual process and better for smaller scale streams that may not see as many copycats. We suggest allocating one person to the submission process and starting to monitor things 1 hour before the event. And the correct category in the form is My Live Performance. You also must use a trusted email, preferably one belonging to the channel owner, and you can submit up to 10 URLs per form. So now we're going to talk about the other common question that we get, which is, help, my live stream was taken down by Content ID. This can happen when our system finds matches to copyrighted content in your stream. And the copyright owners are usually labels, distributors, publishers, or other media companies. If you're getting lots of Content ID claims on your content, be sure to resolve your claims before going live to avoid having your live stream terminated. So how can you prevent your stream from being taken down due to Content ID claims? The best way is to really coordinate with your label beforehand and work with the content owners to be added into their allow list. Allow list is a workaround for when you have permission to stream someone else's content. The content owner should add you to their allow list in YouTube Studio ahead of your live, and this prevents your stream from being taken down midway. All right, next I'm going to pass it over to Brandon Davis.
Cool, thanks Elizabeth. Hi everyone, my name is Brandon and I'm a live solution consultant here at YouTube. And today in this section, I'll be covering the technical details and going live on YouTube, specifically with the YouTube UI. Cool, so like Erica said in the beginning of the presentation, you want to make sure that your channel is enabled for live streaming or live stream is activated on your channel. And it does take up to 24 hours to access live streaming. So you want to make sure you plan ahead of time and you enable it on your channel. So that way you don't have any issues the day of streaming. And to do that, you just need to click the button, the camera button on your mobile device or your desktop and activate your account. And once you activate it, you're ready to go. And after you activate, you want to make sure that your account in your channel is verified to live stream and that you don't have any restrictions in the last 90 days. Most of your channels, most of the artist channels on the account are already verified, but you always want to just double check and make sure that it's verified by going to youtube.com/verify. And there's 3 types of ways to go live on YouTube. You have your mobile, you have your webcam, and you have your professional. And how I like to describe it is mobile, you want to think of consumer, webcam, you want to think of prosumer, and then professional, you want to think as professional. And starting off with mobile, mobile is the easiest option to go live. It's the easiest way to go live. It doesn't require any third-party software or third-party equipment. All you need is your phone and internet connection to go live. You do need 1,000 subscribers on your channel to enable mobile live. And there's some things that you want to think about with using mobile live. You want to make sure that your phone is charged up or is plugged into a charger, so that way your phone doesn't die or your device doesn't die in the middle of the stream. You also want to think of your battery percentage as minutes you have to go live. So if you are on 50% on your phone, then you have 50 minutes to go live. So I always recommend that you have your phone or your tablet charged and you have enough juice or power to go live. Cool. Next is webcam. It's the easiest way to go live on your laptop or your desktop. It's great for home setups or studio setups if you're not going to be moving equipment around or computers around. And you can just use your laptop or use your webcam on your laptop. But you do have the option to use external cameras or external audio devices. So if you have like a DSLR or a different webcam plugged into your laptop or your desktop, or if you're using an audio interface or using some type of external microphones, then you can use those or select those as options within webcam to choose for your camera source or for your audio source. But it's really easy to use, and yeah, webcam is great. I love it. And then you have your professional way. This is the best option for larger productions or larger live streams for like music festivals or concerts. You're gonna have multiple camera setups and doing a bunch of switching between different angles. You wanna use an encoder or an encoding software. Now on the screen here, you do see some software encoder vendors or encoder vendors that we do partner with here on YouTube. But there's also other ones like your Elementals and your TriCasters, for larger productions. And with the professional way, you do have to use an encoder or encoding software to set up the stream and to push signal to YouTube, which I'll cover here in a couple of slides. Now, this is, I think, one of the biggest things that you want to make sure that you're doing is you want to make sure however you created your event, you set up your event, is how you're going to be streaming. For example, if you scheduled a live stream using a mobile device, you want to make sure that you're on that mobile device or a mobile device to stream. If you set up a webcam or an encoder stream, you have to use a laptop or a desktop to stream. You won't be able to create a mobile live event and then use the webcam to push that signal or to stream. Or you can't set up an encoder stream and then try to use a mobile stream. It just won't work. And also, if you are streaming pre-recorded content, you do have to use an encoder or an encoding software to push that signal. You won't be able to pick up your phone and try to go mobile live and broadcast a pre-recorded from your phone or from your device. And so next, I want you guys to check out this video explaining how to use the live control room, or what we call the LCR, and what you would need to set up a live stream using an encoder.
In this video, we'll walk you through how to use YouTube's Live Control Room. Live Control Room lets you set up and manage live streams from your desktop. To create or schedule a stream, click the Create icon at the top of the page, then Go Live. This will lead you to the Live Control Room, which centralizes all of YouTube's live streaming tools into one destination. As the first step, Live Control Room lets you determine when and how you want to stream. There are a few options for you to choose from when it comes to desktop streaming. You can choose to set up and go live now, or schedule a stream for a later time. And you can choose to go live with your webcam or with streaming software, which is also known as an encoder. If it's your first time streaming, you'll see these options after selecting Go Live. If you choose to stream using streaming software or an encoder, here's what you'll need to know. First, let's walk through what you need to do if you want to stream right now using streaming software. If it's your first time streaming with Live Control Room, you'll first be led to create a new stream. You'll be asked to add a title, choose your stream's privacy setting, add a description, choose a stream category, add a thumbnail, and choose your audience setting. And if your channel is monetizing, you'll also be able to choose your stream's monetization settings. Once you add all this info, click Create Stream. From here, you'll be led to your stream dashboard from the Stream tab. Here you can edit your stream's metadata at any time by clicking Edit. Under Stream Settings, a stream key will be created for you. To start your stream, you'll need to copy the stream key into your streaming software. You'll be able to adjust other stream settings like latency or closed captions with the Stream Settings tab. If you need help at any time while setting up your stream, click Stream Setup Help here in Live Control Room. If you've streamed before, after clicking Go Live, you'll automatically be led to the Stream tab. Here, you'll see your previous stream settings are automatically copied over to your Live Control Room dashboard. Click Edit to update any of your stream settings, like your title or description, or you can leave everything as is. Note that even after creating a new stream and filling in your stream settings, a watch page won't be created for your stream until you decide to actually go live from your encoder. That also means that notifications won't be sent and your stream won't show in subscriber feeds until you actually go live. Now, let's walk through the steps you need to take if you want to schedule a stream for later using streaming software. If it's your first time streaming this way, you'll first be led to create a new stream. You'll then be asked to add a title, choose your stream's privacy setting, add a description, choose a stream category, choose the date and time you want to schedule your stream for, add a thumbnail, and choose your audience setting. And if your channel is monetizing, you'll also be able to choose your stream's monetization settings. Once you add all this info, click Create Stream. You'll then be led to the Manage tab in Live Control Room. If you've streamed this way before, after clicking Go Live, navigate to the Manage tab in Live Control Room. From here, click Schedule Stream. You can choose to reuse your settings from a previous stream or click Create New to start from scratch. When you reuse your settings, we copy over the previous metadata, thumbnail, stream key, and all your other stream settings, including if you choose to auto start via streaming software in your last stream. After your stream is scheduled, you'll be led back to the Manage tab. From here, you can easily schedule more streams if you have multiple ones planned out. The Manage tab will show you all of your current and upcoming streams. From here, you can edit metadata or change stream settings at any time by clicking into your stream, which will lead you to the stream dashboard. Once you're ready to go live with your scheduled stream, you can click into it from the Manage tab, which will lead you to your stream dashboard. Once your encoder is set up, click Go Live once you're ready to begin streaming. Now that you know the different ways you can set up or edit your stream, let's walk through some additional features in Live Control Room that are available for all types of desktop streaming. You can moderate your stream's live chat from your stream's dashboard. When you click the chat menu icon, you can see the current list of chat participants, pop out the chat into its own window, and toggle timestamps. The Analytics tab in your stream's dashboard gives you real-time data from your stream, including the total number of concurrent viewers, chat rates, playbacks, and average watch time. This graph will show your concurrent viewers over time, but you can change this anytime to also see chat rate and playbacks. The Stream Health tab gives you a real-time status report of your stream. And if your channel has Super Chat enabled, the Viewer Activity tab will show a running list of people that have purchased Super Chats and Super Stickers during your live stream. Live Control Room also gives you the option to create stream highlights. You can do this by clicking this icon, where you can choose the part you want to create into a highlight and enter the highlight's name, privacy settings, and description. These highlights can help you share shorter, edited versions of your live stream while you're streaming. You can release the new highlight video right away, or you can add a marker to your stream to create a highlight via YouTube Studio Editor after you're done streaming. For more info on live streaming, check out these videos in the Help Center articles linked below. Thanks for watching.
Cool. So now that you know how to create a live event, professional live event, and you know how to walk through the live control room, I want to take a look at some things to avoid or some common problems that you might run into when using an encoder or encoding software. All right, so the basic structure of your professional live stream looks something like this, right? You have a source, you have your encoder or your encoding software, you have your internet connection, you have YouTube or the live control room, and you have your final page, which is the watch page. Testing is huge when it comes to live streaming. Anytime you can test, as many times as you possibly can, you want to make sure that you are testing. Testing is essential. And then not just testing your camera settings, your connection, your internet, or your videos assets, or your lower thirds, but you also want to test your final setup or whatever you're going to be streaming the day of. So whether that's a pre-recorded video or just a normal live stream, live to live stream, you just want to make sure that you're testing your environment, you're testing your connections, just making sure everything is solid so you know what to expect when you are live. And this is a route that you want to test, right? When you're doing your testing, when you're, before the day of the live stream or the day of the live stream, there's just 5 areas that you want to test, right? You have your source, which is your camera, your lighting, or your audio. You want to make sure everything is in sync, everything is looking great, and every connection is solid and with no issues. You also want to check your encoder or your coding software, making sure that your video and your audio is looking great. If you're using video content, that the video is playing without any buffering or any pixelation. Your lower thirds are looking right. Any graphics or motion graphics on the screen are just working properly with no issues. And if you're streaming to multiple locations or destinations, you want to make sure that your encoder or your laptop or computer can handle that push to several channels or destinations. You also want to check out your Wi-Fi or your internet connection. We highly recommend that you use an Ethernet connection rather than a Wi-Fi, but I know sometimes you have to use what you have to use or what you're able to use. So if you are using Wi-Fi, make sure that you're kicking everyone off the Wi-Fi and the stream is the only thing that's dedicated to the bandwidth of your internet. And if you can, reach out to your internet provider to boost or bump up your bandwidth, so that way, again, you just have the strongest connection possible. Then once all that is sending, your encoder and the internet and sources are looking great, and it's sent to YouTube, you want to make sure in the live control room that your preview window, everything is, again, looking great, sounding great before you actually hit the blue go live button. Once everything is solid, then you are ready to push the button and go live. This is a redundancy setup. With YouTube, you do have the option to stream to a primary encoder and a backup encoder. And within the live control room, there's a stream status or stream settings section where you can choose your primary and your backup RTMP URLs and your stream key. So this is what it would look like, right? You have your source, you have one encoder or encoding software and another one. And basically what this does is it acts as a safe net for your live stream. So if something were to happen to your primary stream or your primary encoder or computer, the backup will automatically kick in. You won't have any issues with playback, and the viewers won't know that there's anything happening on the back end or on the production side. So, the stream stays up, everything looks great. And then you can also, your production team, or you can go and troubleshoot if need be. So if you have enough bandwidth and you have a team or the right setup, please use a redundancy using the backup and taking advantage of the backup RTMP URL. And this is the stream settings that I just mentioned, where you would see your stream URL, which is the primary, and the backup server URL, which is your backup RTMP URL. Both of these URLs use the same stream key. So within your encoder, you would put either your primary or stream URL or your backup server URL, and then you want to make sure that you're streaming to the same stream key when possible. One thing about your stream key is you want to make sure that this is not shared with everybody, because it's basically the password to your live stream. So you want to make sure that only the folks who need it, whether that's your vendor or production team or your channel manager, your team, have the stream key to your live stream. So that way other people are not streaming to your channel. And here's some things that I wanted to just kind of go over quickly, that live streaming settings that you would see within the live control room. You have your latency settings. So you want to make sure that you have normal latency to just make sure that you have the best quality as possible. Now there is a delay with the normal latency, but it's anywhere between 15 seconds to up to 20 seconds for your latency. Your resolution for your encoder, you want to make sure that you're at 720p or 1080p, depending on your bandwidth and your limitations with your internet. Or if you have a recorded video and it's recorded in 1080p, then you want to make sure that your stream is in 1080p. If it's recorded in 720, then you want to make sure that your encoder settings are set to 720. DVR is an option that will allow your viewers to scrub back in time if they come into the live stream late. So for example, if this live stream starts at 1 p.m. and I don't jump on until 1:10, having DVR on will allow me to go back to the beginning of the stream, watch in the beginning, and then catch up into real time. So that's a great feature to have. And then your frame rate, it's a setting within your encoder. You want to make sure that your frame rate is set to 30 frames per second. If that's what you're recorded in. A lot of times, a lot of people are recording in 30 frames per second, and their streams are, and the encoder settings are set to 30 frames per second. So it's just overall great option within your encoder to have a reliable stream. And this is some more encoding settings. Your bit rate is basically dictates what type of resolution that you'll be able to have on your stream. So here I have, for a 720p stream, you want to have anywhere between 15,000 to 4,000 kilobytes or 1.5 to 4 megabytes. For a 1080p stream, you want to have 3 to 6 megabytes. If you are seeing any buffering or any issues, you want to make sure that you go back into your bitrate setting, because most of the time that's where the issue is. I already talked about the bandwidth as far as having an Ethernet connection. So again, we always recommend a dedicated Ethernet connection to ensure that you have the strongest signal possible. And if you have the bandwidth to use and take advantage of the backup encoder in RTMP URL. And then lastly, your audio settings, or which again is found in your encoder. Your audio sample rate, you want to make sure that it's at 44.1 kilohertz. And for your audio bit rate, you want to make sure you're at 128 kilobytes. And all that's all found in your encoder or your encoding software settings. And then lastly, you have embedding. We don't really recommend embedding unless it's really necessary. Reason being is because you do need to, the viewer has to click the play button to get the live stream started on a website or anything like that. So you always want to make sure that they're on the watch page, and it's just an easier process for the viewers, so they don't have to click around a bunch of different buttons. They just go to YouTube, go to the channel, and the stream starts for them. Record limit, you have a record limit of 12 hours. Anything over 12 hours, it won't be saved or recorded. So you want to make sure that you are staying within the 12-hour mark. And you're recording locally, just in case if you do go over the 12 hours, you don't have to stop the live stream and then restart it. You are able to just continue going. And then as you're recording locally, you can go back in and make any post-production edits or any adjustments that you would need to do if you would like to do. And then also you have a recording of your live stream. So if you're doing a 24-hour stream, you won't be able to record for 24 hours, but you can record it to your local drive. So that way you have a copy of it and you don't lose it at all. I mentioned the preview window in your live control room. This is big, and it's a great tool to use because it allows you to see what YouTube is receiving from you or from your encoder. So anything in the preview window is what will be shown on the live stream. So you want to make sure again that it looks good, it sounds good, and your health indicator, your health status indicator on your live control room is green. It says excellent, and you don't run into any issues. If you do see anything, the health stream will give you, it will let you know what the issue is. I'll give you a timestamp and some recommendations on how to troubleshoot that issue if you do see anything. So you want to make sure you see what you're sending in the preview window before you hit go live. And then lastly, captions is really big for live streams. We recommend that you use a professional vendor or professional captionist when doing captions, just so that way you have a human actually going in and typing in the words. So there's no fumbles or anything like that. We do have auto captions. It's being rolled out to English channels only right now for subscribers over 1,000 subscribers, or channels over 1,000 subscribers, and using normal latency. But again, if you have the bandwidth, you have the right help, or you're hiring a production company, instead of using audio captions, just have them do the captions for you, or hire a vendor to come and do the captions. So that way your captions are solid, and you're not running into any issues the day of the stream. And also test your captions during your testing as well. So that way, again, you know what to expect without any issues. And with that, I will pass it to Eric.
Thanks, Brandon. Hi, everyone. I'm Eric. Really nice to meet you. I'm part of the Rodeo team and really excited to share Rodeo with everyone, take you through a demo, get everyone set up with it, and show you how you can use it not only with your music premieres, but to grow out and build your presence on YouTube with it as well. So Rodeo lets you do videos that look like what you see on the next slide. You may have seen some of these. Think about it as sort of some of the things that you can do with a professional encoder that Brandon talked about, but we make it as easy as if you're just doing a mobile live stream on your phone. So you don't have to worry about a lot of the settings or encoding and things like that. And it opens up these new features that only people who are invited into the app can do on YouTube. So you're able to do stuff like add other people in to a video together. You're able to brand them so that they fit with your music art or the artist branding and things like that. So on the next slide, show you there's actually 3 different ways that you can make content with Rodeo. It is a separate app that is new. So what you do is we will invite everyone and set them up today. It is iPhone only right now. But once you sign into your YouTube channel, you're able to use Rodeo to either go live, record, or what we call radio, which is an audio show. And I'll get into more detail about that. So if you are using it for a live stream, the way that works on the next page is it's just one button every mode. So you choose your mode, and once you're logged into your channel, you just press go live, and you'll see the second screen there. It's connecting to YouTube and live streaming on your channel right away. In this example, Spillage Village, they want to celebrate their album release, and they just hit go live, invited a few collaborators in, and celebrate it with their audience before they drop their music. So when that's happening, you're able to see the chat from YouTube, and it's playing live on your channel, like you see on the right, remains there afterwards. So people who miss it can watch it later, and it just stays on your channel. You can adjust the visibility later. Now, if you're using record mode, what that lets you do is you can actually pre-record a live stream on your phone at any time. So let's say that you have a music premiere that you want to happen at a specific time and you want to do a live redirect then, but the artist isn't available or you aren't available for that time. You can actually use Rodeo to pre-record that live stream, have it saved as a video file, and then publish it as a live stream or a VOD or premiere later. So this is a good option if you want to pre-record, create a VOD for your channel, or even if you wanted to test out things beforehand, you can use the record option. Then radio is our third mode. That lets you do audio streams to YouTube. So you can have your camera off. The only thing coming through is audio, but you can customize the visual that people will see in the YouTube video with your album art, photos, like you see here. This is an example of if Spillage Village was doing an audio stream instead, it would look something like this. Works the same way as the live mode where it's streaming right to YouTube, stays on your channel afterwards. So those are 3 modes that you can use Rodeo for. And then just to get into some of the other things you can do, we built it so that these work just like all your regular YouTube videos and live streams. So the settings allow you to adjust the same things like your title, your description, your thumbnail, so that you can promote any video or stream that you're doing. I'll also get into more detail, but what you can do is brand your videos and set up live redirects. So we made it so that managers of artists can actually log into the channel from their phone, set these up so that it's more simple for an artist. But what you're able to do is something like this Busta Rhymes stream where he was in a video together with CJ. They were able to brand it, and then it counted down and redirected into the music video right after it was done. And that's something that managers can set up and everything. So on the next slide, these are some of the content styles that we open up on Rodeo that you're able to use. So the first one we've already talked about, but the ability to add people in and have guests on your video with you. So in this example, Pentatonics, they had a Secret Santa that they let their fans sort of watch together with them. And the way it works is that one person needs Rodeo on their phone, but that person can invite any guests in with just a link. So you don't have to worry about setting up Rodeo on any other phones. In this example, the 2 guys on the left, they had Rodeo on a phone, and they were able to add each guest in. Those guests can be on a phone or a laptop. They can join from any device. They don't have to have a YouTube channel. They're just clicking a link and joining in. So some things that you can do with the add guest function is artist interviews or artist conversations. So if you're doing something before a music premiere, you can talk about how a collaboration between 2 artists happened, why they think the track is exciting, what might have inspired them to make the song. It really gives you an opportunity to have two or more artists come together and talk about something before a premiere. So next is reactions. This is another style of content that I'm sure you've seen on YouTube that is a bit harder to do, but we make it really easy. And what this lets you do is react and watch things together on a video. So if there's two artists on and they want to show their audience something, they can pick a video that is already saved ahead of time on their phone and play that on the screen. So this example, Jeremy and Chelsea, they had have a song together and they wanted to walk fans through a production of the song. So what Jeremy did ahead of time was he screen recorded some production files from his laptop, saved them onto his phone, like a few 30-second clips. And then when they were on together, he was able to pick the videos, play them on the screen, and have that all work seamlessly. So what Rodeo is doing is automating all the work that you normally would have to do on your own. So the picture-in-picture goes down and up automatically when the video is either playing or paused, and you can talk over the video seamlessly because the audio is adjusting on its own, where the volume for the video will go up when you're not talking and come down and bring your voice up when you are talking over it. So you don't have to worry about any of that production yourself. So in some examples of what you can do with that is give your audience behind the scenes look at things you're doing. It really helps to give you something to show and talk about during a premiere. So if you wanted to play clips from recording sessions or behind the scenes of a premiere that you're doing, in this example, Flatbush Zombies was showing a bunch of videos, some of them footage from their past concerts and things like that, just sharing that moment with fans and enjoying things from the past that they might have done. So it's really up to you, whatever videos that you've saved ahead of time, you can play on there. And like you see here, you can do it solo or you can do it with your guests as well. And then the last type of content that Rodeo allows you to make really easily is to be able to take calls together. So what we do is once you sign up for Rodeo, it creates a phone number for your channel that stays the same all the time. And what that phone number allows you to do is let your fans call into the video and talk with you. So a lot of artists use this to engage with fans, show their appreciation. This example, Zara Larson did a love line on Valentine's Day. So she and her friend Serena, they went on and they let fans call in, ask questions to get her dating advice. And you also see people do it just to talk to fans, hear from them, find out like what they like about the music, how they found out about them. You hear some songwriters talk to their fans about what they were thinking about with certain lyrics, give advice on songwriting and things like that. It's a great way to engage with fans. So that's sort of the high level features. Our goal with Rodeo is to make this as simple and easy to use for the artists. So just want to show you how that works from an artist side. So once we have you all invited with Rodeo, you can install the app on any phone. And what you do is log into the channel. And for the artists, all they're doing is they see a screen like this, pick the mode that they want to create in at the bottom. And then let's say they want to add someone in to be in the video with them. So what they'll do is press add guest. It's just one button. Once you press that, it creates a link for you. And you send that link over to the guest that you want. You can do that over text message or email, any way that you want. That link only works one time, so you don't have to worry about it leaking or other people joining in. But once you've sent that link, you'll see a little bubble that lets you know that the invite is pending. And your guest is actually just opening the link on any browser or device that they're on. So this example, it's opening in a browser. They don't have to log into anything. They just type their name in and say they're ready. And on the artist side, you're waiting for this green bubble to appear, which lets you know that your guest is ready to be added in. And all you do to add them in is press that green button, puts them in the video with you. And as you can see, you're actually doing this before you start recording your video or before you're live. That allows you to make sure that everything is working. You're able to add everyone in before you have an audience to make sure everything works seamlessly. So let's say the two of them are in. If they wanted to add another person, you just follow that same process for each person you wanted to add. So they're ready to start their recording. You just hit the button to start. And let's say they're on and they want to show their audience a video. So the way to do that is you just press the react button. It brings up the videos that you have on your phone. And it gives you a chance to preview any of those videos beforehand. But once you've selected one, you just press watch together. That's what brings it up on the screen for everyone to watch at the same time. And then at the bottom, that's where you'll see all the controls where you can select another video, press play or pause on that video, but everyone is watching it together. And then the fan line works the same way. So it's just one button when you want to take calls. You press the fan line button, it will reveal the number for everyone so that they know what number to call into. And then once they have that, you'll be able to see at the bottom there above the answer button how many people are waiting on hold to talk to you. So all they're doing is picking up their phone, calling in, waiting on hold. And when you are ready to take a call, you just press the answer button. It brings a fan on. There is no moderation right now. So what happens is that you're pulling in a fan. We block anyone who's calling from a hidden number or anything like that automatically. But let's say you are talking to someone at any point, you want to end the call. You have control over how long you want to talk to each fan. You just press the end button and that hangs up on the person and it changes right back to an answer button for you to pick up the next call. So we've kept all the features really simple. They're just all buttons that live on the bottom there for you to use. And then when you're done with a recording or done with your live stream, you just press end at the top left. If it's a recording, it will just save as a video file on your phone that you can then publish onto YouTube however you want. If it's a live stream, it will save onto the channel and stay on your channel. You can adjust the visibility of that. And if you've set it up as a redirect, it would send over to your music video. So I know there's a lot of interest in how to use Rodeo with live redirect. It's definitely not the only way to use Rodeo, but if you are interested in having two artists or more artists go on together and then redirect into a music video, like the example that we saw here, I'll walk you through how to set that up. So the first thing you want to do is get your live stream scheduled or create the live stream as a recording. Up to you on how you want to do that, but we'll walk through how to schedule. So you want to schedule your live stream from the Rodeo app first. And what you do is bring up Rodeo, get into settings, and then settings menu has all the customizations you need to make. So this is what's creating the watch page on YouTube that people will see when you're promoting the live stream. So any title, description, the thumbnail, you can come back and adjust these settings at any time. But what you want to do to schedule is just choose the schedule button. It throws up the same thing that you would set an alarm on your phone. You're picking a day and time for the schedule to happen. And once that's set, it'll live on your YouTube Studio settings. Then you want to upload the second part, which is your music video. Do this the same way that you do with any other music video premiere. So just like you see here, you upload it on Studio as a public premiere, or if it's Vivo that you're doing it through, that's the same way that you do any of your music video uploads. So once you have that, the next step is to set up the live redirect and connect the live stream and the music video together. So I'm going to play a short clip that I'll talk over that just shows you the steps for how to do that. So let's say you're in your studio, you go over to content and then live streams. Up at the top will be the live stream that you just scheduled on Rodeo. You go into settings, scroll all the way to the bottom and click show more, this is where you'll see the live redirect function. So it'll say that you want to select where to redirect viewers. So you click select, and what will show up here is the music video that you just uploaded. You choose that and hit save. So now YouTube knows that when your live stream ends, to send the audience over to the music video. Once you have that, you can go back into Rodeo and switch the visibility of your live stream to public. And that's what creates the page on your channel that you can promote and have people send people to it. And then in Rodeo, you'll have that link that you can copy and paste so you know what link to promote. And that's it. So to set up Rodeo, there is a few steps because it's invite only. You will need to download Test Flight from the App Store first. And then once that's downloaded, get Rodeo. So we've put the QR codes here to do that. If you take out your phones, again, it's iPhone only right now, and you scan the first QR code, it will bring up Test Flight. Once you've downloaded Test Flight, it'll probably say something like no apps available to test. At that point, then just scan the second QR code and you'll get Rodeo, an option to install it. And you'll want to make sure to check off the box at the bottom when you're installing Rodeo to keep updates automatically, because we changed this app like very quickly. There's always new features coming out, so you want to stay up to date on it. I think we're just going to leave this up for a moment as people get through installing it so that we're able to answer any questions as you go through the flow before we get into the Q&A. While everyone is installing, I just want to remind people that what Brandon said about enabling live stream, that is still the same for Rodeo. So once you've signed up for Rodeo and signed into a channel, and you try to go live and it says that you need live stream enabled, that's the same process that you would have to go through. Go onto YouTube, enable it. That's just one time that you need to do it. But that's definitely a requirement.
To download this app, no worries. We're going to send a follow-up email after this with our feedback survey, some resources, and the links to download this exciting app. And yeah, that's great. So we'll jump into Q&A now. We have a lot of questions, so bear with us. All our presenters are going to come back to answer them. Awesome. So let's get started. When will the donations feature be available in LATAM? Good question.
Yeah, I can take this one. So we don't have a specific timeline for when this will be available, but we're definitely looking to pilot it in more countries. And you can always reach out to your partner manager and request that it's available in your country. That feedback is really, really helpful and beneficial for us when considering where to pilot these features next.
Thank you, Liz. Next question. How can the artist avoid copyright problems in a live stream?
I can also take this one. So the best way to make sure that your live is not taken down is to really coordinate beforehand. So I would say at least like 3 to 5 days before you know that you're going live, reach out to your label or distributor or your partner manager here at YouTube, and you'll want to coordinate with any content owners that you're using their content for. And as I mentioned in the copyright slides, make sure that you are being added to an allow list if you are using content that you do not own. Other than that, if you're not able to do that, I would just avoid using content that does not belong to you. So don't play music that is copyrighted on the back end. But really the best thing to do is just prepare beforehand and communicate with your label and your partner manager as well in advance.
Okay, next question. Live redirect can now be set up directly through the artist's channel, but what about artists that release via Vivo? We've tested and the Vivo Premiere can't be selected for the feature. How do we proceed? And is there any chance this will change? I get this question all the time. Great question.
Am I taking it? I guess I'll take it. With live redirect, you do have to make sure that your Premiere video is uploaded to your channel to select that. Now there is a way to do it, but we would need to work with you on the back end to tie in that Vivo Premiere video. So yeah, if if that's a thing that you want to do, reach out to your SPM, let them know what you're kind of working on, and then we can set up a time to walk you through that.
Thank you, Brandon. Awesome. Next question. Will these slides be available later for us to review? So we're still sorting that out. I don't think we'll be able to send them over to you, but like I said, we'll definitely send over resources on all live stream instructions and best practices, and we hope to host more of these sessions in the future. Can you pre-record a live stream? If not, what is the best way to premiere a recorded performance? Thanks.
Yeah, so you can pre-record a live stream if that's something that you want to do, and you would need an encoder to broadcast that stream. So it's basically just taking the video file and using it as an asset within your encoder and switching from either a graphic or a video slide, and then put in your video asset. As far as the Premiere, you can upload it as a Premiere and have the live chat feature. But if you're wanting a traditional live stream or having a traditional live button on the watch page, then yeah, you would need to use an encoder or encoding software to broadcast that video file. But also, what's dope with the encoding softwares is you can record that as a recorder. So if you are going to use Premiere or Premiere it, you can use the switching functions and the recording functions within the encoder to record your live stream or your pre-recorded content.
Awesome. When doing a live redirect, we've run into the issues of an ad playing before the music video. Is there a way to disable that?
Yes, there is. So if you go under the monetization section in Creator Studio, you will be able to control whether ads are playing at all. If you want to just remove ads completely, granted, then it won't be monetizing in that sense. You can do that. But you can also decide if they play before your live stream or if they play during, or you can have overlay ads. So you can enable or disable all of those different ad types under the monetization settings.
All right, we have been told that Content ID isn't scanning live streams of music like concerts and that the matches are happening after the live stream is over, aka melody match and sound recording matches. Is this not accurate any longer? When did this change take place?
Right, so that is not true. We are scanning Content ID on live content, and I believe that we started this around January of last year. So again, all those best practices that were mentioned before of really getting all of your content approved and making sure that you're doing all of those things well in advance will help prevent your live from being taken down. And then if your live is allow listed beforehand, the content owners will also be able to remove that later if they want to claim the VOD after it is uploaded onto the platform.
Thank you, Liz. Content ID Pro over here. Another Content ID question. Is the Content ID scan happening while the live stream is happening, or does it scan content once the stream is archived on the channel?
Both. So we are actively scanning. It can be actively scanned while the live stream's happening. But again, as I mentioned, once it is a VOD, it is also eligible to be scanned or manually claimed.
In which countries is the Rodeo app available?
So because Rodeo's invite only, you can actually use it in any country as long as you have the link. It isn't built for every country yet, though. So it is in English. The fan line, while we're invite only, is always a US number. So people can use it internationally. You want to make your fans aware that it is a US number that they're calling. So if they have fees that they might get charged for waiting on hold with that number, you just want to let them know.
Awesome. Next question. Is the phone number created in Rodeo an international number? For example, can someone from another country call in? I think he just answered this. Is there more to add, Eric?
Nope. I've heard some people have been able to call in using WhatsApp, but don't exactly know how that might work. All
right. What's the best method for managing permissions, license to use Content ID Active Works in a third-party live stream, charity events, 24/7 radio streams, etc.?
So for all of these different examples, I think the same rules would apply, where you still need to get permission from the license holders beforehand.
All right. What type of live stream do you recommend for artists before the release of their content? A music performance or a Q&A session? Thank you.
Yeah, Q&As are great. It allows you to engage with the audience or engage with the viewer to talk about your upcoming music video or your upcoming live stream, either before the live stream or after the live stream. So yeah, Q&As are great. But also maybe want to talk through the process of what it took to create the music video or create the live stream. So kind of like your experience. But yeah, Q&As are great and solid, and you get to really engage and interact with your viewers via the live chat. So I think it's a great experience for you and the viewers.
I've seen
Sorry, Erica. I just wanted to add that the content styles we've built into Rodeo are definitely meant for that. So the things that exist there, having collaborators on to answer questions and talk about the music, but also being able to show behind the scenes content and things like that. Those features are definitely there to help support artists on what they can do on these streams ahead of premieres.
Yeah, I was just going to add, there's a lot of different options and we see artists do different things all the time. I think acoustic performances right before the premiere of a music video is also a really fun way to get fans pumped up. And yeah, next question. How do you see live stream strategy shifting as live in-person events start coming back? Ooh.
I think that people are going to be really excited to start doing these live streams. I believe that you'll find other ways to engage with the viewers. Everything has been so with cameras and on screen, but taking what we've learned in the last couple of years or this last year and to implement it in really engaging with the viewers and the audience. I think will really help. So going live or doing these live streams, I really see it. People really getting excited and really using the product again, but also having other pre-recorded content that they can throw in there, or that you can throw in there to really do a cool production and produce a really good show.
Yeah, I could definitely see artists still going live, like on mobile or with Rodeo right before an actual performance to check in with fans, or maybe like after the show, if they're not actually streaming the full show itself. That's awesome.
Yeah, I totally agree. And also, like, if the world gets back to a place that it used to be, there's still going to be an opportunity for artists to reach fans that they're, not necessarily able to reach that night at a show. Like, it still gives them an opportunity to reach fans that they can't get to in that moment. So I really think that YouTube allows them to have this like global audience that they wouldn't normally have before. And because artists are used to going live and they are accustomed to that, it just makes it a little bit easier when they're on tour and things like that. Not as scary of an experience.
How far in advance do you need to submit your ads for approval in order for them to be involved in your live?
Yeah, so there isn't a way to request specific ads playing before your videos or before your live, but you'll want to enable ads on your live stream. I always recommend doing it 24 hours in advance just to be extra safe.
Thanks, Liz. All right, so this just in. I hear we have 20 to 25 questions left. We definitely have time to get to them all. We have another 40 minutes or so. But if you need to hop off, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed our live stream event of a live stream training. And we'll send over resources definitely after this call. Our Spaces team is popping in the feedback survey in the chat as well. So if you don't mind filling that out, we'll hopefully use that to improve future sessions like this. Thank you so much for joining. Sweet. Let's get back to the questions. Have you all completely integrated with Shopify for merch at UMG?
Is this question related to, I mean, I know the person that asked this can't tell me, but I'm assuming you mean UMG, like Universal, the label, and this like integration is available across the platform right now, depending on if your country is eligible. So I would just recommend talking to your label directly. We do work with Shopify. So if that is the merch provider that you're using, you'll be able to integrate that with your merch shelf if you are eligible for it.
Cool. That's a question we get a lot, by the way. Can independent artists who don't have a label participate in Content ID?
I can take this one too. So even if you're an independent artist, I know a lot of independent artists still use distributors, and a lot of times your distributor, yes, will be using Content ID. So you'll just need to make sure that all of your music assets, including sound recording assets or composition assets or music video assets, are being properly ingested into YouTube and into our Content ID system. And then any content that is on the platform that matches your music will be scanned and eligible. So yeah, I definitely recommend working with a distributor if you are an independent artist, because that's like a really feasible way to make sure that your content is being included for CID.
Any update on when custom countdowns for premieres will be publicly available, or the ability to remove that part of premieres entirely?
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to remove that part entirely, but to do a custom trailer or countdown, you would need to just upload your trailer or countdown as like a normal upload, and then going to the YouTube studio, going on your Premiere page, and then selecting that trailer or that countdown within your Premiere. But yeah, the countdown is part of the feature or the product, and so removing that right now won't be an option. But having custom trailers or custom countdown can really give you a creative way to really kick off your premiere, especially if you're doing a live redirect, going from a live stream to your premiere. You can really do something cool with the trailer or the countdown video.
Sweet. How can we submit our merch provider for integration if not already on the supported retailer list?
So the best way to do this is just to reach out to your partner manager directly. We don't have any exact timelines for when we might be including other merch providers, but we are always open to feedback and suggestions. So please provide us with that feedback.
Desk laptop option for live needs. Desk laptop option for live needs 1,000 subscriber as a minimum too.
No, that's not true. For desktop or webcam or professional stream, it's free. You don't need a limit of subscribers to use the feature. However, with a mobile stream, you do need 1,000 subscribers to use the mobile live feature on a mobile device. But yeah, laptop, desktop, webcam, encoding streams, you don't need 1,000 subscribers. It's already available once after the 24-hour wait period, once you activate it on your channel.
That's the same for Rodeo too. There's no subscriber limit because it's treated as an encoder.
Cool. So the stream link won't stay active, but we'll send around resources related to live and rodeo instructions and best practices, and we'll hopefully have another session like this in the near future. Next question. As the label, if we allow list the channel before the live stream, how can we later claim the video to monetize VOD views if we don't have the manual claiming tool?
Yeah, so in order to do this, you'll want to remove the channel from your allow list after the live stream is over. Make sure you wait till the live stream is completely finished so that the stream isn't taken down midway. And then if you don't have the manual claim tool, you'll just need to wait for our system to complete the automatic scanning process. And there's no exact timeline for when this will happen, but it will likely get scanned and then claimed if you have all of the matching and coordinating content.
Awesome. How do you invite others to join you on Rodeo Live?
So this works the same as what I walked through. You can add people before you're live, before you start recording, or while you're live. It's always just the add guest button at the bottom. It creates a new link for you and you send that over to the person. So it doesn't matter at what point you're in, that add guest button is always there.
Thank you, Eric. I think the next couple of questions are specifically. Yeah. Let's see. For Rodeo, is Fanline still available in Rodeo mode?
Yes. So in radio mode, you can still use the fan line. It will all be audio only, so you don't have to have your camera on or anything.
Awesome. With radio, can you stream to an enlisted link to test?
Yes, you can. I would also recommend using record mode to test because that will make sure that it only goes to your phone. If you do test it unlisted on YouTube, just be aware that because you're sending the video from your phone to YouTube, what's playing on YouTube will be a few seconds behind what you see. So if you're watching both at the same time, you might get some weird audio feedback. That's not something that will be experienced by the audience because they're only watching it on YouTube.
Awesome. Can you not have the Rodeo live stream live on your channel? Like if we were doing a live stream chat prior to the video premiere?
Can you not have the Rodeo live stream live on your channel? I think I understand this question, but you can do a Rodeo and have it pre-recorded. So that means that you're just using it to bring people together and use it as your camera. Then you can have that video file and then you can premiere it if you want. instead of being live. So you can take that video file, upload it on YouTube as a premiere, so people can experience that conversation, but the artists don't have to be live.
Awesome. When using Rodeo for a live stream before a music video release, where do we set up the live redirect with a countdown straight to the music video?
Yeah, so we'll send instructions that go through that again, but just quickly, what you need to do is schedule the Rodeo in the app, upload your music video, and then from YouTube Studio, you'll be able to find the scheduled Rodeo stream, and you can link that to your music video there. There will be a video, the video that I played in the instructions that we follow up with. You'll be able to follow along there.
How can we activate merch shelf on a labels channel? We see the option on OACs, but haven't been able to activate this on our label channel, which has over 830,000 subscribers.
Yeah, so merch is not currently available for label channels. We have been getting this feedback a lot that there's like a huge appetite to be able to add these paid features onto label channels. So hear you loud and clear, and definitely our product team is considering this.
Great. How many guests can join a live stream on Rodeo?
Yeah, so guests in the video is 4 at one time, but you can send out a bunch of invites and people who are ready will live at the bottom. You can always remove someone and then add another person in. Just know that once you remove someone, you have to send them a new link to let them in again. So you can have 4 at one time, but you can send out like up to 50 invites at once.
Awesome. I hear we have 10 questions left. Thank you so much, presenters, for sticking around and answering all these awesome questions. Is Rodeo available only for iPhone users and not for Android?
So for hosts, it is iPhone only right now because we are still invite only, and we understood a lot of artists have iPhones. But if you're a guest on a Rodeo, you don't have to have an iPhone and you don't have to have Rodeo set up. So you're just clicking a link and you're able to join that from any phone that you're on, or laptop or computer.
Sweet. Is there a way to screen fans ahead of time with the Rodeo fan call feature? We have security concerns for some of our artists.
Unfortunately, you can't screen fans for the fan line because we want to make it as simple as possible for artists to use. An alternative to that is you can use the reaction feature. So if you wanted to collect videos from fans so that they can have their questions answered or be featured on a video later on, that would be like the best way to do that.
Cool. You can always hang up really quickly on those fans too.
Yeah. And we do some things to make sure that happens as little as possible. So like I was saying, anyone who's calling from a hidden number, they're put on an indefinite hold. They won't be able to get through. And usually, if people are trying to say something bad on a stream, they'll probably try to call from a hidden number.
Can we get these Rodeo how-to guides in a PDF?
Yes, you will.
Yes, email being sent after this stream. Can you react to a video on Rodeo that is not on your phone to a video that is uploaded to YouTube?
Unfortunately, not right now. So you have to have that video as a file on your phone. That's to ensure that people are reacting to videos that they own.
All right. Can you explain how we can set up live redirects from YouTube Studio and Live Studio?
Yeah, so the easiest way to do it is to create first you want to upload the video or upload the premiere, schedule the premiere, and then you create the live stream within the Manage tab in the studio. And then once you go to the live control room, you hit the edit button, and on the right of the edit window, you'll have monetization, you'll have live chat settings, and then you have the redirect tab, redirect setting. So you click that, and then you'll be able to select your premiere that you have uploaded, in public on your channel. And that works with webcam, mobile, and then the encoder streams. So there's a tab on the side. You'll see where the live chat tabs are and all that. It says live redirect, and then you'll be able to select the premiere right then and there.
Awesome. Will we be given more info on how to do a premiere trailer? Yeah,
if you go to the YouTube Help Center and type in, I think it's customize your premiere, it'll explain in detail how to use the trailer and how to upload a trailer to your premiere. Yeah.
Is rodeo available in Brazil as well? So
yeah, maybe his mic isn't working. Yeah, it's available.
Sorry, my mouse pad ran out of batteries, but I couldn't unmute. Yes, it is available. It's the same as I answered before, where it is in English and the fan line is a US number. So you just want to be aware of that, but you are able to use it.
Thanks, Eric. Okay, I think we're getting down to the last couple questions. What are the benefits of using rodeo radio?
Yeah, so the benefit, this was something that we started with early on, and we heard a lot from artists, especially when it's not times in quarantine where they're out and about. And let's say they're on tour, on a bus, or waiting at the airport. They aren't always ready to be on camera, but they want to engage with their fans. So the radio mode allows you to do all that stuff with your camera off. And it actually allows you to be talking and streaming to your audience without even having your phone out. So you can actually lock the screen, put your phone in your pocket, have AirPods on, and just continue talking to your fans. So that's sort of the main benefit, be able to do things that are audio only, but still have a video represent that on YouTube.
Cool. Do Content ID claims on live streams happen for both the recording and the composition? If a claim is made, is the stream interrupted or stopped?
Yeah, so any Content ID scanning is eligible on live streams, meaning that covers sound recording content, composition claims, or music video content, or like any other content that is within our system. And depending on what the policy is on that content, so it could be set to a block policy, then yes, the stream would be immediately taken down. And that's why we really emphasize the importance of getting everything good to go in advance.
Thanks, Liz. I think this is our last question coming up. Is it possible to react to photos on rodeo or only videos? This is a cool question.
Yeah, only videos right now. We are adding features as we go. I would say the best thing to do if you wanted to share something like a photo today is to screen record it and have it show up as a video. That's sort of the hacky way I would do it right now.
I think we got another question just in related to this. Is there a file size limit, time limit on React videos?
There isn't. It is dependent on your phone. So you just want to make sure that you have enough storage on there. A lot of people keep their videos in something like iCloud. So when you are playing it on rodeo, it will like download to your phone and then play. So you just want to make sure you have storage available.
Cool. And the questions keep coming. It's all good. We have some more time to spend with you. Is there a time limit on the content for rodeo?
No, there isn't.
All right. I think that's it for all the questions. Thank you so much again for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed that. We hope you're ready to go live in all the different ways on YouTube. You're ready to promote your stream, getting out there. Please let us know if you have any feedback through the feedback survey, and we'll send a follow-up email with instructions and best practices after this. Thanks so much to our awesome presenters here on the screen as well today. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.